How's everybody doing? Let me make sure everything's working out. You also bring this over here. Didn't want to do ZOM, I wanted to do AMC to see where that is. And let's go on YouTube, see what people are saying, because I have no idea. Let's see. Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on right now, but we have 3 people watching. That's what it looks like. Thank you guys for being here. Is it Garrett? Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today's 17th? Yes, it is. And let's see. I need to create another thumbnail for this standard stream, you know? Give me a second. Let me just set everything up. There we are. Live chat. Anyone that's a subscriber. Any duration. Okay. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button. We got 17 people in here, 9 likes. I appreciate you guys. Good morning. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Obviously, AMC is not making the positive move that we want it to make today, but you know, in due time, everything will happen in due time. And let's look at the day. We did dip down a little bit after, you know, increasing 6%. I felt as though today might not be the best day possible. They just don't like us to have 2 positive days in a row. Eventually, they're not going to be able to stop it, but you know, right now, we make lemonades out of make lemonade out of lemons. There we go. Make lemonades out of lemons. I guess you can make multiple lemonades. You know what? Never mind. Good morning, all. Yes. Make sure to like the video for the algo. Yes, definitely like the video. Good morning, peeps. Good morning, everyone. Check out Lisk. Lisk has a low market cap of 614 million, has a low supply of 183 million. I think this will explode. All right, well, I'm having trouble with Coinbase, but I'm gonna have to do it in CoinMarketCap. So Lisk right now, total supply, you're right, of 144 million. The circulating supply, 128 million. That's not bad at all. Current price at $4.75. Has been to other levels of you know, $32+ currently. Let's see what markets you can get it on. You can get it on Binance, Kraken, KuCoin, Gate.io. Not Coinbase yet, but you know, whenever it gets on Coinbase, that does look like an interesting position. You know, obviously if it gets onto, it's on other popular exchanges, but if it gets on to Coinbase, then I think that will push it up even more. But you're right. Some of these levels, as you start to see some of these prices, I mean, at a dollar or so, and then rising above, I don't know what the green and red is all about. Like it's a just super low price. I've never seen that on CoinMarketCap. Maybe it's an update. But yeah, it's recently topped in May, $9 or so. Went down to a level of $1.86, and right now at $4.71. Not bad at all. Not a bad buy. And you can easily average down as you start to get into some of these positions. Only seeing something at 1 million sorry, 128 million circulating supply is basically nothing compared to a lot of these other coins that have billions of coins. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Looks like something that could be added to a watch list, and I will. Let's see what's happened. I can't do anything on Coinbase. We can try. I was having so much trouble with anything on Coinbase. See, yeah, having connection issues. Your funds are safe. Well, I actually took my funds out of this Coinbase, put it into Coinbase Pro, but it's something that I could add to my watch list, just as something we could look at, even though I can't buy it on Coinbase. Farm. Yeah, I bought 4 more farm coin. So now I have 17 farm. This is my portfolio here. So currently I have $19,000 invested in cryptocurrency, and I have $4,000 in farm, about 17 coins. In Internet Computer, I still have 50 coins. Clover, I actually bought more of Clover. I bought 900 coins of Clover, and I'm gonna sit on that, as that only has 128 million supply. It does have a max of 1 billion, so we'll have to factor that into it as well as you start to see the supply increase. Litecoin, that I have 8, and as we go down the list, you'll see that I am doing a complete portfolio breakdown on my MP Shorts channel, which it's not a complete breakdown, it's just a fast breakdown of what I own. Internet Computer, yeah, I know. Let's see. Let's go to. Good morning, sir. Not having 2 straight good days will be. Not having 2 straight good days will be worth great days. We will have. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you're right. If I'm getting that right, yes. Another green day today. Let's go. Hopefully you're right. I mean, we're starting to see some movement upward from this bottom of 34.65. We're seeing that upward movement coming back to about 35, 32, where it is now. Seeing that even though it's a spotty movement, not a lot of volume, it's 7 a.m. and we only have 62K worth of volume in Webull, which means that we probably have 120, 150,000 shares worth of volume in the overall market, which is pretty bad. It's not great. Volume isn't great. We obviously don't need to see a ton of volume in order to see a large increase, but with the amount that they're shorting, we kind of have to, in order to see something positive. But eventually, we'll see something really big. Lance, what's going on? Robert, how are you doing? Courtney, thoughts on Apple for today? I really don't have any thoughts on Apple, but we can look at it and see what they're doing. Currently in the pre-market, they're down 0.22%. They were up 1% yesterday, which is not bad. The movement was awesome, because then you could see something where if you bought 100 shares, you can easily gain $100 out of the day when it comes to day trading this position. But yeah, the movement looks really, really good. The only thing is that you did have that large increase in the beginning, and then it dropped down to 46, actually at a double touch point, to where it did end up increasing the rest of the day. So are we going to see something big? Let's look at a month view. Right now, the month view, it looks like it's breaking some of 50.71 yesterday at 151.70, which is a great point. If you do break above it, then you definitely think you can see some more runs. Seeing a higher high, higher low, that's definitely a great point. Seeing that breakout over the 200 EMA is also a great point as well. As we start to zoom out a little bit, we see they were at some of these low points. That's not really telling you anything but growth as you start to look into that. Let's look out a year, and all it looks like is just consistent growth. Even though you zoom in, it looks like something that could possibly take a dip. But now you're starting to see it at some of these higher levels. After breaking above 150, you finally seen that break. That's what you generally see. You see that multiple touch point, but it looks like the trend has been, you have these two touch points. It didn't break out, and then it finally broke out, and now you're going to see a resistance a little bit. So that might be something that you end up seeing, a breakout, maybe up to 150, 155, and then end up pulling back, because you do have those pullbacks after large increases. So watch out for that. Internet computer, yeah. We need Devin Payne $200 prediction ritual. Yes, we do. Where's he at? Would you be shocked if AMC hits $37 or $38 today? Would I be shocked? No. I mean, I would expect it to hit higher and higher levels. I wanted it to get to a lot of these higher levels. Obviously, I have a call option for $65 that expires this week. So, I mean, obviously, I want it to go up to those levels. I wouldn't be shocked. I guess the only thing that would be surprising is the fact that we would see 2 positive days in a row, which is something we hardly ever see. The fact that some will hit 20 cents scares me. I have 11K shares at 61 cents. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to scare you. I mean, look at this. Reputable people, they will end up saying any prediction that they feel because maybe they're shorting the hell out of this thing. But, well, not them specifically. If you're talking about somebody on YouTube or anything like that, most likely they're looking for that next play and also to help people out. So if you feel some type of way, this is why you should always invest things that you're willing to lose. I'm willing to lose $6,000. I'm willing to lose $10,000. I can make that up somewhere else. So I'm not saying that this is going to be delisted or that I'm going to lose everything, but you only lose when you sell. In my opinion, I feel like ZOM is going to hit, could hit some of these lower levels, but then eventually it's going to take off, in my opinion. And when it does take off, that's going to basically, once you start to continue to buy more as it starts to go down, and if it does get down to this 20-cent level, there's nothing between me and buying up everything besides the fact, like, if I don't have the money, you know what I mean? And I will have the money. If it's at 20 cents, I will have the money. I just hope that Webull gives me enough time to deposit it so that I can put it into there. But in my opinion, I believe ZOM is going to make that move once you start to see squeezes happen. You start to see AMC and GME start to make those moves. But since these two are at their lows, you're not going to see these take off right now. And I just think it's going to be, big. Personally, I think it's going to be big. And again, it does make me nervous that money is going to go away, because that money could be used towards other things, towards cryptocurrency that could end up increasing a heck of a lot. But I do believe in where ZOM can get. And as it does go lower, it shows a lot of potential to increase even higher. Do you know what I mean? Especially with all of the shorting information that's going on, because as I look at ZOM showing that it's 10% short and jumping up to 11% short, showing that they're shorting 100 million shares and not showing anything that could be going on behind the scenes, that's what I'm looking at. And I'm seeing that information saying, okay, this could be a lot bigger than what we think. ZOM, right now, I haven't even checked it this morning. ZOM is at 45 cents, right? 45 cents is pretty low from where it was at, $3. And it's understandable. It's something that really didn't deserve to be up in those areas. You know what I mean? It doesn't really have the revenue or the fundamentals to support it, which fundamentals really don't matter at this point. But for a lot of people, fundamentals do matter. And with lack of buying that's going into it right now, as it's decreasing, people are not buying it because it is decreasing. So if it goes down to lower and lower levels, people are not going to buy it until it starts to make a return, until it starts to make a comeback. And once it starts to make a comeback, FOMO buying happens. So it's going to be pretty big. In my opinion, I think this is going to go from maybe those levels, and it is, you know, filling this gap. Like it filled that gap, right? So it's going to go from these levels down here and actually make a huge move. You know, could jump, you know, 100% in one day, and it just comes out of nowhere. So anyways, that's my opinion. I'm going to stick with it. And like I said, this is money that I'm comfortable with losing. So if you're not comfortable with losing that money, you shouldn't invest it into the stock market. Obviously, I want it to grow, but I can lose it and go on about my day. In fact, I want the morning dip. Sold calls yesterday, so I could buy them back and then use the premiums to buy more shares. Good morning, Kriegs. Thanks so much. No problem. And the Lord says, hold the AMC GME. Good morning. I got to ask for the love of God. Did you buy Solana? No, I actually just got money into Coinbase, but no. A lot of people are talking about how that the increase that was I don't know if they use the word like fake, but it's going to come back from what I understood. I didn't even check the increase because it wasn't on my list as one of the top increases. But yeah, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. I think very about the Fintel data, Fintel shorting numbers day to day accumulated. About the Fintel data, is Fintel shorting numbers day by day accumulated? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's total volume that's going through in that day. So as you go through the Fintel data, it's showing the total volume. So out of the volume, it shows the amount on that day. So 25 million shorted shares. If it was accumulated, then you would see that it would be 25 million, 100 million shares that go through here. But this is the amount of shorts that's going through on that day, from what I understand. So I don't believe it's accumulated. So 25 million shorted shares out of the total volume that went through. Now, if you had a chance to check QuickSwap, it's at 600s and was at 1K at one point. I did check QuickSwap. I did check it. I was looking at that earlier today. It's on my watch list. I should go look at the price. You're right. Let's see. Whoop. So it's currently at $70 from 24. That's amazing movement. That's like, you know, basically you over doubled that price, and that's pretty big. You know, because you could, if you invested something into there, you know, maybe $1,000, you could easily have $2,000, which is huge. That's something that I've seen in ICP already, and I'm pretty sure I'll see it even more. Let's see what the total supply is. Total supply at 502 million coins is not that large, right? You see coins at 1 billion. You see coins that have 1 billion supply. Current supply right now is around 200, or I guess around 300,000, you know, being at 286. So either way, you're seeing some large movement here. And some people are saying that this is going to end up, that this was like not a false break, but a false break for lack of a better term. And it's going to pull back to some of these levels. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whoever bought it, it's amazing. I'm all for it increasing to $100, $200, $1,000. You know, if it can get to those points. So we'll see how that plays out. But how much did you invest in Solana, or how much did you have invested in Solana? I know you said you bought the dip for Solana at 28. That's awesome. They just had 2 major gamer NFT contracts launch on their platform. Okay, so that's a point to why you did see it increase quite a bit. I asked yesterday, not sure if you see my message, how we can get a reaction video to a Green Day last Friday. You haven't seen a Green Day Friday forever. Yeah, I guess that's true. We can do that. But yeah, I couldn't do that on Friday because I was on vacation. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I can do that. I have a reaction video coming with like finance TikToks and going through those. Actually, some of the best finance TikToks, and you can get my opinion on those. So that's going to be fun. Can I book profit in ETH? I don't know what you're asking here. I don't know what you're asking here. Can you book profit in ETH? What do you mean? AMC has been bouncing off of the 200-day MA and on the 20-minute chart almost every morning for the last few days. That's an interesting point. Let's see. You said bouncing off the 200-day MA. What? I don't know what I'm looking at. The 20-minute chart. I'm on the 20-minute chart, but I don't want to get behind. 45 bottles of beer on the wall. I have 51 staked. Oh, that's awesome. I sold all my AMP and bought $13.50 or 13.51 Solana at $61. Rode the trend, sold at 74. That's awesome. Then you made some moves. Are you putting some back into AMP or into Anchor or into other positions? Morning, Matt added rest of your watch list might have some potential in the near future. What is that? Is it a stock or is it a cryptocurrency? I don't. Not a stock. Let's check it out. So that has about 10 billion supply, which is not crazy. Right now it's at 2 cents. 10 billion supply is not crazy. That's a max of 10 billion supply. Currently at 4 billion supply. Has reached 4 cents. I'll have to add this to my watch list. It looks like you can trade it on multiple platforms. KuCoin, Gate.io, Uniswap. You can actually get it on all of these different platforms here. So it doesn't look like a bad position potential wise, because this is already like it's already at 2 cents. And it has 4 billion circulating supply. It's not like it's 400 billion or 100 billion or anything like that. So yeah, it's interesting. Have a good day, Matt. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Sorry, 100 day. Will Ethereum go down? Should I book my profit in Ethereum? Well, long term, I think Ethereum will go up, right? It's supposed to hit $10,000. I believe that people are looking for this to hit, really high levels by the end of the year. as long as we start to see some good movement in the crypto market, right? So can you book profits into Ethereum? Yeah, you can, but you need to treat Ethereum and Bitcoin and some of these higher priced positions as like ETFs or mutual funds. The reason why is because you never know, it could always come back, right? And if it does come back, you average down. And when you average down, you're treating it like a mutual fund, waiting for that long-term, payout. Let's see what's going on in Twitch. Anybody watching in Twitch? Sorry if there's sound that's gonna play. Oh, skipped it. Nice. Right, we got 3 people watching in Twitch. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm still not partnered in Twitch. Time to be angry, or time to be anger. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you watching. Let's see. Good morning. Do you think PT of 5 digits is conservative for AMC? Is it conservative? Yeah, I think that's sort of. I don't think it's like extremely conservative. I think it's reasonable. Getting to like $10,000, if that's what you're saying. Getting to $10,000 is not, I believe, is truly possible, easily attainable. When it comes to the floor, though, the floor is like $1,000, $2,000. It depends what people do at those levels. If people see $1,000 and they have 1,000 shares, what are they going to do, right? There's people that will see $1,000 and they have 1,000 shares that see $1 million and they're like, oh man, I'm never going to get to this price again. I'm selling, and if you have a bunch of people that think that way, then we won't see, 5 digits, right? But I think it's 100% possible. If people are holding through these levels, I want to see if people hold through the hundreds. And then if we see people hold through the hundreds, then we know that it can get to the thousands and tens of thousands, and maybe even 100,000. You just have to see that people are going to hold, And obviously I have my levels, but I'm not going to sell everything. That's where I differ from the rest is I won't sell everything that I have because I know there's more potential left on the table. It's like, you're sitting down for dinner and you only eat the rice and everything else is still there. I like a horrible analogy, but that's that's what I'm going with. Oh, I appreciate your streams, Matt. I hope you're able to make YouTube full-time gig soon. Here's 11 shares of ZOM. Well, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. I hope I can make YouTube full-time. I mean, I have a lot of channels and I do want to contribute to all of those channels. But yeah, I wish I could make YouTube like completely full-time. But right now I can't because it's so iffy. You never really know. I mean, I make money from the stock market, but right now I'm not making any day trading money. It's mainly just swing trading money, and also what's going on with AMC and GME. So whatever I end up making there will be the largest amount that I will make probably in a year when it comes to trading. Because typically I'm only looking for about $30,000. In a year, I look for $100 a day, including the weekend. So I factor that into the weekdays, and go from there. Now I'm going to make money with cryptocurrency, make money with swing trading for AMC and GME, and I hope that it gets into the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars when it comes to AMC. The GME as well. I hope that gets to tens of thousands of dollars. That would be phenomenal. But who really knows if that's going to get to that point? you never really know what could happen. They could completely derail us in any way, and I hope that's not the case. But yeah, I think if GME gets to $10,000, or which with the amount of shares that are out there, the shares outstanding, the free float, they only have 70 million, so they can make a move a lot quicker. It's just I don't believe they have as many shorts that are going into it as AMC does. And that's my opinion. They have high volatility and a large corrective action, so generally I buy the dip or ride the recovery percentage. Morning, Matt. I need a price prediction. AMC is going to 200 today. Yes, it is going to 200 today. But Solana is tempted. She looks like be gearing up for another run. Decisions. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many cryptocurrencies you have, but there are a lot of positions out there that could make a move to where it doubles in price. You know what I mean? I don't think that Solana is done, but I do think that where it is at 70, that's typical of what you would see as a pullback. Because a lot of times when you see things that can get to these levels of $100 or $1 or $1,000, it's going to pull back in the $70 range for $100. It's going to pull back in the 70-cent range for it getting to $1. It's going to pull back for $700 when it gets to or gets close to $1,000. That's really what happens. So make sure you look at it as it is. What are people going to do with a lot of these positions? I understand that they can run, but is that run over? I don't think it's completely over. I just think that the pullback is going to happen soon. And I don't think the pullback is going to be like crazy aggressive, but it definitely will come back to that level where you bought in your last positions. So 60 plus dollars. Just factor that into it as well and see that pullback. Put it into something else that may have a little bit more potential, maybe ACH, or put it into something where you can buy a little bit more and go from there. So I don't know. That's the way that I'm looking at it as. Anytime I see a position that has like a price target or people thinking it can get to $100 or anything like that, I'm probably going to make that move at 70. You know what I mean? Or 70-ish. Yeah, I'm enjoying the cryptocurrency vibes right now. I'm AMC'd out. Let's keep it simple and hold the dip. Let's learn about new upcoming learn about a new come up. AMC will still be, yes, 100%. It will still be here, and this is why we're trying to keep everybody's attention here. And yeah, you should buy the dip whenever you can if you want to buy a couple of shares here and there. But I can tell you that AMC is going to take a little bit for this to take off. And if we keep, looking at this as, I mean, you look at the trend and we're moving, in a positive direction. But if we keep looking at this and just saying, oh, when's it going to pop? When's it going to pop? When's it going to pop? It's like a kid asking, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? It starts to get annoying, right? And it's not the fact that you guys are annoying. It's the fact that me coming out saying, oh, well, we're going to get there, I promise you. It starts to get annoying, because we're not there. We're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it. And we're going to sit here and we will look at it. We will look at what the price action is doing. We'll talk about AMC every day to make sure people are still updated. But we also need to focus on a lot of things, a lot of other things, and where people can make money elsewhere. Because if they're focusing all their attention here, then that means that we have other areas that you could possibly make money from, whether it's in the stock market, whether you're looking at long-term positions, or you're looking at cryptocurrency. And this is why I keep going to cryptocurrency, because it's making a move. And I'm able to grow my account a lot with looking at cryptocurrency. So thanks so much for answering my question, Matt. You're really approachable and I really appreciate it. Well, thank you for being here. I mean, I wouldn't have no stream if it wasn't for you guys. So I appreciate you for being here to ask the question, and I'm so happy that I could answer it. So thank you. The trend is your friend. Yes, it is. Can you check NN? Yeah, please. It looks like it bottomed out and might get a very nice bounce soon. Looking for a swing trade or buy calls. So right now it is at $5.62, down 2.42% yesterday. It is on a downward moving channel here for the last couple of days from that high of $6.98. Let's look at a a 1 month view. From 1 month, it is down quite a bit. It did have this touch point here to where it looked like it tried to get past $7, did not break past $7, and that's where it started to fall down. You could see that it does have a form of support up here in these levels, but for the past month or so, it's been dipping down. I don't know if it has hit its bottom yet. We're going to need to get a different confirmation. Here 6 months out, you can see that where it was at $5.39, that's basically the low, and it looks like it's starting to get closer and closer to that bottom out. You're right. It gets closer and closer to that bottom out, and then you're going to start to see that increase from there. And let's see if we're looking at over a year. We look at over a year, we had that increase in February, in January, February. I understand why that did happen. That's what everything did. But we had that rise, and it looks like we only have, it's not a strong support level. It is a support level that now I guess was okay. I wouldn't say it's strong. You don't have multiple touch points there, but you definitely could see that bounce. But if it breaks through that bounce, you need to accept a loss. So if you buy into this position thinking that it is going to bounce, make sure you accept a loss if it does break below that level, because it could break even lower. If you see it break below that level, then you could see it drop down even more, maybe get to some of these resistance levels, 470, see it drop down even further. So just be aware, because before all of this this run, because of the squeezes and everything, it was down to 131. So just be aware of what this can be. And if you do see a loss, accept it, wait for it to drop down more, and then maybe you can buy in then. Sorry guys, I made a couple of thousand since Friday, but crypto is my jam. I hear you. You see Ethereum Classic going to 10K at some point. I see it getting to about 1,000, maybe a little bit over that, 1,002, 1,005. I definitely see it getting to those levels, but do I see it getting to 10,000? No. I mean, it's definitely possible with the supply. It's definitely possible, but I just don't see it. But $1,000 is huge. If you own, a few hundred of it, you'll be good. Yes, today we doing it, bro. Yep. Thank you for your quant heads up. I hope doing it at $79. That was awesome. Hopped on it. That's great that you got into it at $79. What is that now? Is it at 200 something? I don't really remember. Yeah, it's at 155. It only has 12 million supply, a total of 14 million supply. I would like to hold a little bit more. So while you're hoping that this moves up, makes moves up, I want this to make moves down so that I can buy into it and just let it sit there. But right now I have about 2 quant. Yeah, about 2 that I bought into. So that's that. Quant's still worth getting into. At this level, I think it is, but you might see. I'm thinking you might see a little bit of a pullback. There's a lot of positions that are worth getting into and sitting on and waiting for those to make a large move based on the circulating supply and the volume that goes into it, the popularity. So yeah, I think it's worth it, but it's more of a longer term move than something that's shorter. So yeah, I take $50 in profit for one of my cryptos and just leave it for a longer profit. It depends how much it is. Like if you made, let's say if you invested $50 in the beginning. If you invested $50 in the beginning and it grew to like $100 or it grew to $200, right? It doesn't hurt to take out $50 because you invested $50 to begin with. And if it does go back down to where you were, then now you can put that $50 either back into it or put the $50 into something else, while that ended up going down to maybe a lower level. But either way, instead of you investing just $50 into it, now you have 50 over here and you have probably like 25, or I don't know, you probably have a fourth of what you had, or not a fourth, 3/4 of what you had, because you took out a fourth by taking out $50 if you were at $200. Does that make sense? So you're probably sitting somewhere around that $30-$40 range. And so total that you have out of that position, no matter what, you have a profit. So you have the $50 originally, and then you have maybe $30 or $40 extra, right? So it depends how much you have. Typically, I'll make that move if I see my my position double in price and I'm comfortable with that move. I will take out a portion of it, take out my original investment, and no matter what, everything else is profit. Everything else is gravy. I only have one stock, AMC, and for crypto, I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, XRP, Solana, Luna, $10 of Doge, and now some VeChain. Okay, those are good positions. ADA, I'm the way that I look at ADA. I mean, a lot of people look at this and they're saying that this can go to crazy high levels. I mean, if you look at a reasonable level and say that this can get to $100 billion market cap, that's really only $3 or $4, right? That's it. That's all you're sitting on, because $3, looking at the market cap, looking at the supply is around 40 or 30 billion or something like that. Multiply that by 3. And you basically look at 90 million, right? Or 90 billion supply. And if you multiply that by 4, you're looking at over 100 billion supply, which is something that's feasible. It's just, you don't see it much. I mean, you only see a few coins that are above 100 billion. And what better to start with than ADA? You did have Dogecoin that was up there, and XRP. And XRP could even get to that level as well, because that's making a move. I want to pick up a lot more hex gains of 5,000% this past year. The deposit, and once you stake, can earn up to 40% APY. That's amazing. When the market crashes, what position do you think would be a good buy? When the market crashes, like the stock market crashes, what position will be a good buy? Well, you're gonna have to wait for those positions. I think you're gonna see some of the top, like the I don't know how to phrase this. The best positions, or the most popular positions in the stock market, actually be the best buys. Like you're gonna see that if these hedge funds have to liquidate a lot of their assets, some of their assets are in stocks like Amazon, like Tesla, like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook. All these big tech companies, they have a ton of volume in. They have a ton of shares in. So if they end up having to liquidate their assets, a lot of these bigger positions, a lot of these bigger companies are going to end up decreasing in their stock price a heck of a lot, because it's all based on buyers and sellers. So even though they have the fundamentals to support it, the hedge fund couldn't support themselves. So they had to take all their money out, which means that people are going to start to, sell off as well as they see it go down, which means that once you hit a certain low for Amazon, for Facebook, for all of these different positions, you buy into those and make your moves and hold on to those for a little bit. It's going to be more of a longer swing trade because it's going to take time for them to recover. But that's going to be one those are going to be ones that you want to look at. Good morning, Matt. Are you still bullish on farm? Yes, I'm still bullish on farm. I bought 4 more farm coin this morning. I say farm corn? Farm coin, farm tokens this morning. I bought 4 more. I'm looking to hold about 50. If I can hold 50, I'm happy. I believe that farm can hit 100K easily. As you know, I have this Excel spreadsheet that breaks down different cryptocurrencies, and you could see that based on the market cap. If you even just do a conservative market cap to where it's equal to what Cardano ADA is right now, $69 billion market cap for farm. That's $100,000. That's nothing of a market cap and a hell of a price, right? And this is all basically saying, like, if you get into these positions and they start to become very, very popular, I think they will. You can see something that's not as popular, something like let's go into these positions here. You can look at something like socks, right? Socks is not that popular, but do you know what? It has 302 supply, 302, not 302 million, not 302,000, 302, and it's at $134,000. And this recently, July 25th, was down to $28,000. You're telling me that if you put your money into there, $28,000, and you bought 2 of them, or you put your money in somewhere around this $4,000 mark in January, that's just January, you can get to a level of 150K. Are you telling me that? Or you can get to a level of $200,000. Yeah, look at the supply. It doesn't matter about the usability. People are making money from other positions that, don't factor in any type of usability behind it. But Unisocks got to $133,000, got to a high of $200,000 here, which is huge, right? So this is something that's on my watch list, and I actually am coming out with a video on different cryptocurrencies that can top 100K. This is on my watch list because if it drops down to some of these levels again, I don't care where it gets to, I'm buying it. I will buy half of it. I don't care. Like that is ridiculous. So yeah, that's why I look for positions with the highest, the lowest circulating supply, because it makes sense. Some of these other positions. Let's go to where am I looking at? Let's go to, I think it's DeFi. Go to DeFi here, and we're going to see some of these other positions. YFI at what's the price? 41,000. Huge. NFTs, some of that circulating supply. You got socks there, 133. You got meme coin, meme token. You got a lot of different positions that have a low circulating supply that can go to higher and higher numbers. So just look out for them. As long as they're popular, just look out for them. I really hope Bitcoin breaks 48K. That has been a really tough resistance level. Yeah, I understand. There's not much to invest. What would be a good start? Thanks. New to crypto or new to stocks? Let's see, where was that? I own AMC, and some more AMC. I hear you. I bet ADA will be $10 by the end of September. $10 is not bad. I'm just letting you know where a reasonable point is. If it is $10 by the end of December, I'll be happy because I hold 500 coins. I would like to hold more, so I hope it pulls back. But I didn't have any room to buy more because I want to buy it below $2. AMC green again today. Is it? Is it green right now? Did it come back? Not green. Not yet. I guess it did jump up, but not green. Not yet. So during the crash, I'm buying Amazon on the dips, generational wealth. Yeah, that's what I'm looking into to see what those dips end up being. I'll pick me up at 45. Thanks. We get you on the way, Zach. Yes. Thanks for holding, Zach. We're coming from XRP will win SEC case, and they've been hustling behind the scenes. Most banks in XRP September. Just know that again, with the circulating supply, XRP has about 60 billion in circulating supply. So breaking some of these levels is going to be difficult. Let's look at XRP here. I know XRP, I believe, topped like $3 or something. Yeah, it did get the $3.20, and seeing the circulating supply, the max of 100 billion, means that price is going to decrease as they start to add on supply. But seeing this it's at 46 billion supply, just know that $3 would give it that 130 billion dollar market cap, which is definitely possible. You see Ethereum at some of these levels. You can see XRP at some of those levels as well. But know that as you start to add on supply, that price is going to decrease. So if you get in early, or you did get in early, and you were able to get out with basically double the gain, or double the price, then you're good. XRP will win. I just read that. What's up, guys? How you doing, Andrew? We have 218 people in here, guys. If you could hit the like button, that would be great. I appreciate you. Let's take a moment to appreciate that we're in the Western countries. Matt, what do you think of XRP? I just gave my opinion. I think it's good, but it can definitely double. I don't know how far it can go above that. Green on wait. It's green on trash Robinhood. VeChain prediction. I haven't actually. I checked VeChain the other day. VeChain is at pennies, right? 13 cents. Now it has 64 billion supply. It looks like it has a lot of popularity within it. I'm not sure. Can I buy it on? I can't buy it on Coinbase yet. And that's probably a level to where once you can buy it on Coinbase, that might be an issue to where it does end up, or a situation where it doesn't end up increasing quite a bit. Now it is on popular exchanges elsewhere, so that's not a huge deal. But I think that once you're able to buy it on Coinbase, and hopefully you have Robinhood and Webull end up adding different cryptocurrencies on there as well, then you end up making those moves. But seeing this at 13 cents has decreased. I was a little weirded out because my wife was walking upstairs and I was like, who is here right now? But I forgot she works later. So I was, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, with 64 billion supply, you can definitely see this get to $1, $2, and settle somewhere around there. but the max supply would factor in, and you would probably see it hover around that $1 range, maybe a little bit above it, or maybe even a little bit below it. But that's pretty much the max of what I can see with VeChain. When it comes to the tippy top, you can definitely see it peak above 100 billion. 100 billion when it comes to the supply, or it comes to the market cap. And you can go from there, but I don't think it'll stay up in those levels of 100 billion market cap. We all hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, you must hate AMC and crypto. If you don't hit the like button, you clearly work for Citadel. That's a good point. Heard others say get out of crypto by the end of August, as many fall after. Get back in later. What do you say? Well, the funny thing is, we kind of already seen the dip. I mean, a massive dip that we didn't think would happen, to where Ethereum went from about $5,000 down to 16. I think 16,000, or not 16,000, $1,600. You saw ADA go down to $1. You saw Bitcoin go down to $28,000. So you're seeing these dips before everybody else predicted it, right? And I don't think that's the case. I do not think that's the case. I think we're literally in the thick of it still, working our way back up to where we were. And I think we already seen that dip. I mean, you could see it in every single position that you go into. You already see the dip, from, April, and see that dip all the way down in July to 6 cents. You could see that with Bitcoin. Let's go to BTC. BTC, you could see that large increase and then that dip down to these levels. You know what I mean? So it's just absolutely crazy. And then now you're seeing it go back up to 40, 47, 48K. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And if that's the case, I mean, it's all about buying more. You treat crypto as a mutual fund or as an index fund, and you just average down. I don't say that, you pull out of everything. I'm ready to double on XRP and triple on ADA, so chilling for now. I hear you. That's a good strategy there. Matt, what do you think about the opinion you just gave on XRP? I think it was pretty good. I think it was a great opinion. Yeah, I have a Coinbase. Wait, I have Coinbase. Is the wallet necessary, and what is its function? Is Coinbase wallet necessary? So the wallet is, when you keep your coins on an exchange, if anything happens to the exchange, then your coins are gone, right? If you keep them in the wallet, or you keep them in your wallet, then it's yours, or you can put it into cold storage. I mean, you're basically looking at it and you're holding it for safekeeping over in this area, as long as you remember your wallet passcode and passphrase and all that stuff. Because if you forget that, then you lost all your money. So this is where it's a little bit tricky, because if you change phones and you lose your passphrase and all that stuff, then you physically can't get back into it. There's no like recover my password type of thing. It's like either you know it or you don't, which is crazy. But I mean, it's something that's necessary. But yeah, I mean, if you want to store your crypto, if you don't want to put it on the exchange or keep it on the exchange, then you can go ahead and do that. Now, with me, it's a little bit difficult, because when you start to get into like the millions of dollars of holding it, then you're like, okay, everything has to be freaking safe. You get into the thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars that you're holding in cryptocurrency. You probably want to, store those passcodes, those passphrases in multiple places, so that you always have it. You know what I mean? And you don't want to store it just electronically, because if you store it electronically, what if something happens to that device? Do you know what I mean? So you always have a physical copy somewhere. so that you never lose that. Because if you're holding hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars and you end up losing all of that money, you'll probably, like, I don't know what you'll do, but it wouldn't be good. But yeah, wallet is kind of necessary for a lot of people. I mean, when in doubt, zoom out on Bitcoin's weekly chart. Bitcoin is primed and looks like a parabolic arc. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it does. All right. Volume. Looking at 168, 165 thousand shares worth of volume in Webull alone. So you're looking at probably about 300, 400K total volume. Not bad. There are many commenters say August, mid-September could be another dip. I miss out on locking in profits in April. Can we read the charts and tell what the trend has changed and lock in profits? So the issue with that, I mean, I don't see it as a dip month. I mean, if you feel as though you're going to see another dip based on other people and what they have said, then go ahead and do it. I'm not going to hold it against you for locking in profits. Just realize that you may be missing out on something that could be bigger. Yes, trends do live long, and if you are going to see that trend, then um, most likely, it will happen. I live off of trends all the time. You're going to see me go back and forth in charts and say, oh, okay, back in this time period, it made sense why it did end up dipping. It looks like altcoin season is a certain time period or whatever, but it looks like you can see altcoin season or Bitcoin season happen depending on what Bitcoin's dominance actually ends up being. So that's from what I've seen. So it whatever you're feeling, stick to your gut. And if you feel as though you want to lock in all your profits, lock in all your profits. You can find other ways in. Um, but for me, I don't really just care about locking in all of the profits unless it gets to a reasonable rate, because we already have seen dips. These are not any type of rips that we have seen. You know what I mean? We already seen the dips in time periods to where it wasn't supposed to happen, right? We know that the dip was going to happen, but the dip came sooner than when we think it was going to. So you look at all of these dips, and they were large dips that they ended up having. So seeing these increases, these slight increases, Dogecoin going from 70 plus cents down to, 19 cents or 16 cents, and then increasing to 30 cents. That's not a crazy increase. You know what I mean? That's yeah, doubled in price from 16 cents to 33, 35 cents. Yeah, but that's not a crazy increase. ICP was up at $750 and now is down to, right now I think it's around 70, 60 or $70. It was to a level of $30. Yes, it did double, but that's it. A ADA ended up doubling in price. That moved from $1 to $2. Right? These are not huge moves. These are not like large increase moves where you have a rip and then it's followed by a dip. Like, that's not the case. And that's all just generally my opinion. I mean, you could do whatever you want with it. I have my passphrases written down. I don't store it on my phone or my email, as that can be hacked. Yes, that's true. Thanks for responding. No problem. if the market crashes, how will it affect crypto? Um, well, the thing is like if the market crashes based on hedge funds pulling out of positions and maybe some institutions pulling out of positions, you might see them do the same thing in the crypto market. You might see them pull out of some of their long-term positions when it comes to crypto because a lot of them are investing in crypto as well. So I don't think it'll completely crash because I don't think they have a large amount of holdings in crypto. Usually it's like 1 to 10%, but everything else is like stocks and ETFs, bonds, all those things. um, but yeah, I would say you're going to see a pullback if you see the stock market crash based on the fact that they're covering their assets or they're liquidating their assets. They're going to probably do the same thing with their cryptocurrency as well. But that's only with the main cryptocurrency. I think you're gonna see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then you might end up seeing other ones decrease because people are looking to get out of the crypto market as a whole when they do see that. So it just depends how everybody reacts. But I think it will pull back a little bit. Larry Jones is giving a $8 or $10 target price for XRP by January or February. That would mean that you're well over the 100, 200, maybe even 300 billion dollar market cap for XRP. The market crashes. How I've just read that. Crazy how it went from $1.50 to $2. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. The USA leave Afghanistan because the government knows that something will happen, a crash, to finance it. I don't know. That might be reaching a little bit. You got some interesting content and opinions. Thank you. Thank you for saying that I have interesting content. Time to be anger. Yeah, I appreciate that. Reaching a bit too far. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we, um, I mean, nobody needs to go away with anything, but still, I don't think it's political talk. It's more of just, I guess it is, but it isn't at the same time. If you look at Bitcoin's 1 hour chart, sure looks like a big fat W ready to rock it. Let's see if I could just look. I'll look at it on here. I don't know if I can look at 1 hour. I can only look at 1 day over here. Let's look at it on Weeble. BTC. It sure does. It sure does. Yeah. Hopefully you do. I mean, I have like the bare minimum of Bitcoin. I mean, like $5. I have like nothing of Bitcoin. Hey Matt, just wanted to say hi and keep up the great work. Been watching you since you started live streams. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here from the beginning. I appreciate it, Brian. That means a lot. It means the world to me that you've been here for the long haul, because it means that at least some people were still getting my notifications or recommendations or whatever, because I know a lot of people are not getting it, and some people get upset when they show up at like 8:50 and I'm just about to stop streaming and all that stuff. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the super chat as well. That means a lot. I've been here too long. Too much taxpayer dollars. People who careless about their own country. Okay. Executive question without sharing any personal opinion. It came so fast, no one had expected it. Never mind, you did. Yeah. No, that's a political talk. Yeah, it is. What was the market? Bitcoin. The market cap of Bitcoin at its height. I believe it was. I mean, we can work through that real quick. Let me see. Let me pull this over here, and I think we can go. I think we have something that will tell me what the market cap was. Yeah, market cap. I believe it was 1.3. Come on. 1.2. So about 1.2 trillion. So that's where you can expect. That's where I put the ceiling for every cryptocurrency. Wherever Bitcoin is, I put the ceiling of market cap at where Bitcoin is. You know, that's the ultimate ceiling because it can get to those levels. It shows Bitcoin can get to those levels, and so many other positions can as well. But the issue that I look at when it comes to market cap is the fact that 100 really is the target. Getting to somewhere around that 60, 50, or 70 range is probably the peak for a lot of altcoins, right? So ADA at 67, this is where I look at and I put the level for the max amount, the short-term max amount. So for something like Farmcoin, where you see 67 billion there for a market cap, and I look at it compared to this 69 billion for a market cap, that's 100K. That means that Farmcoin at max for a short term can get to 100K. But if you were looking at it compared to Bitcoin's ultimate price, you can say, or ultimate market cap, you can say that Farmcoin can get to $2 million per coin, which would be insane if it got to that level. I don't know if it will ever get to that level because obviously as it starts to get to higher and higher levels, people sell off, people buy in, people sell off, people buy in, all that stuff. So I'm just letting you know that the overall market cap, does play a factor here. So if I'm looking at it to get to a reasonable level of just say $34 billion market cap, $69 billion market cap, that's 100K or 50K per coin. And I think that's really big. But yeah, I always factor that in because Bitcoin, is at 800 or 900 billion dollar market cap. Ethereum's at a 400 billion dollar market cap, but nothing is even over 100. So 100 is that level to get to as an altcoin. But I think you got to look at reasonable levels and say, okay, well, when we get into the billions of dollars of market cap, when we get to maybe $10 billion market cap, what is the price there? When we get to $50 billion or $100 billion, what's the price there? That's what I like to look at for the potential. What's your view on TRX? I think I did look at this in the past. TRX is at 9 cents, $71 billion 71 billion circulating supply. I think that the potential for this is probably somewhere around 50 cents to $1. That's pretty much it. With 100 billion circulating supply, it doesn't really have the popularity to it right now. You do have other exchanges that you can buy it or swap it for, but the issue is that you still want to see the popularity the whole time go up. And with 71 billion, max of 100 billion or total supply of 100 billion, that's pretty. That's a pretty high supply. Meaning that if it gets to $1, that is $71 billion market cap, which is around where we see the average right now. So I would say 50 cents to $1, you can definitely see that move for potential. Let's look at AMC and GME. Someone asked, do I hold GME as well? Yes, I do. I hold AMC and I hold GME. I have 900 shares of AMC and I have 20 shares of GME. So AMC is down about 1% and GME is down about 0.47%. Know what that purple line is? The 5 moving average? What the fuck is that doing there? Oh, I'm lagging. Someone take out the internet? Am I good? Am I good or am I not good? Okay, it looks like I'm good. Okay. That doesn't get enough attention. After this week, I'll be a XX holder of GME. So, oh, double digit holder. What is everyone talking about NIO after fatal crash last week? I haven't heard of it. Matt just demonetized himself. How could I have done that? I don't know. By the way, thanks for taking care of us. No problem. I mean, I try to do the best that I can when it comes to, you know, streaming and, you know, talking about different things, not just not just focusing on AMC, which we do have a main focus of AMC. Make sure that makes a huge move and skyrockets, but we also want to look at other opportunities. All I know is no one ever crashed in an AMC theater or a GameStop store. You're right. Oh, you dropped like half an F-bomb. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. So let's look at the Ortex data. Ortex data is showing that right now we have a change of, I guess, borrowed shares. They borrowed 2 million shares and returned 154,000 shares. So a surplus of 180. What? 1.8 million. I am just all over the place. I didn't get enough sleep last night, but it's okay. Also feel like I may be dyslexic because I see numbers a different way. Well, I read numbers a different way than I actually see them, but whatever. The total supply of cash in the world was estimated at 36 trillion. Growing cryptos are global and are replace cash for the future. The market cap of the top view could be much higher than 1.2 trillion. Yeah, it could be higher than 1.2 trillion. The problem is that it wasn't. You're right. I believe it can be a lot higher. I believe other altcoins can get to those levels as well. But the issue is that it's not to that level. I would like to see it at that level, but it's not yet. Eventually, it can. If people believe in it enough and buy into it and hold on to it, then yes. The key here is to make money with other stocks / crypto while AMC takes us to the promised land. Waiting and making without making moves in other places is leaving money on the table. Yes, 100%. Thank you. What I like about you, Speed, is your simplicity and humbleness. Keep that with you always. I will. Thank you for saying that. What is Walmart doing pre-market? They beat earnings. Let's see. Well, right now they're dropping pre-market. I mean, it seems like a lot of things are actually dipping slightly. So showing how slight this dip actually is, it's showing a grounds for reversal. So we might end up seeing 2 positive days in a row. This is interesting. Let's see if that actually happens. But yeah, right now they're down about 0.17%. Not really making too many like positive moves. Just because they beat earnings doesn't mean that they're going to have the most positive day possible. NIO has been dropping since someone was killed in a crash while in their self-driving SUV. Well, that's horrible news. I mean, why would, I mean, what was the information behind it? Was it because they had their hands off the wheel or something? I know with the self-driving cars, you're supposed to still be active at the wheel. Can't be sleeping. Walmart adopting crypto. They had an ad for a job hire. Nothing wrong with being dyslexic. Dyslexics are people poo. Dyslexics are people poo. I see what you did there. That's funny. Oh, I'm totally dyslexic at times is what I'm thinking, and then it comes out a flip flop, the same numbers, like telephone numbers. I mess up all the ducking time. Is turnaround Tuesday in effect? I don't know what that is. Good morning, peeps. Good morning. Weather today. Weather looks fine. Everybody said it was gonna rain today, and it's not raining. I think the system that we were in is like gonna miss us. I think. Sorry, I got distracted. What was I doing? I was checking the weather because I'm supposed to golf today, and I can't not golf. Like I need to golf. I don't know what Harper's doing upstairs. It might be Hayden actually. She's starting to walk, and she's like doing that thing to where she takes like very very fast steps and then like throws herself at you. Sometimes we're not there and she hits the floor, but luckily we have carpet, so she's okay. And she usually catches herself before her face hits, so she's good. Looks like it's not going to rain at all today. Oh wait, I have the wrong location up. I mean, I guess it's going to rain. Huh, that's interesting. What's your handicap? I'm not sure anymore. I lost a lot of distance, and I don't know why. Like I stopped playing for a while, and I guess my swing changed a little bit. But I lost a lot of distance, and my short game is just horrible. When I was in Delaware, my putting was bad. Like I usually 3-putt probably one time around. Um, and I three putted so many times. I was just like, I mean, the greens were tough. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never played greens that fast. Probably because it was pretty dry. It didn't really rain that much. Um, but yeah, my putting was horrible until like the last day. The last day, I think I shot like an 80. No, the first day I shot an 86. The last day I shot an 83. But the day in the middle when I played Plantation Lakes, um, that's a tough course. But I did hit so many fairways. Um, I shot like a 90, 97. So like it was pretty bad. And the funny thing is I hit like all the fairways and I hit green side. I just couldn't chip worth a damn and I couldn't putt. So I would say my handicap is probably somewhere around I don't really know. I don't want to. It was at its max. It was single digits. Recently, I usually like to say I'm around 15. Um, but I would say it's probably in like the 20s. You're heading out on a 6 day golf trip. Where are you going? Are you going to like some amazing golf course or because I would love to be able to do that, but I don't have anybody that wants to do like a multiple weekend like golf trip type of thing. I would love that. And I feel like I can't be away from my kids that long. I love seeing them. Like right now, I'm missing them. I hear them up there, and I miss them. And I just want to go and give them a hug. But it's just me. Just throwing some likes for Matthew Perry. That's the least we can do. Um, in the early hours, the ability to a birthday every month. Happy birthday! Not my birthday. Hey Matt, I've been trying to get your attention for weeks already. Trying to get your opinion on Fisker. Well, I gave my opinion on Fisker like a while back, I believe. I remember this position, giving my opinion on this. Let's look at where it is now. So right now it's at 1.5% down. Was 1.8% down yesterday at one. I'm sorry that I didn't answer it a while ago. Let's look at the month. Right now, if we look at it it's sort of showing that it is at a low. Showing that it did break above certain levels, maybe of some resistance. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into maybe a 6 month or a 1 year view. But getting up to $19.48 is definitely a huge, feat. But then you look at this decrease over a number of days was not where it's at. It's not the move. You see that it gets to a lower level of $13.45. Now at a level of $13.95. That doesn't look like it's on the road for recovery. It looks like it's continuing on that train downhill. Now I don't know why we are seeing these moves in fishing words. I don't know why we're seeing those moves downhill like that. Maybe there's some news that applies to it. But if I go to year to date, we're going to see that some of these higher levels of $31 could be hit, could be struck. But right now it's in that same level, somewhere around that 14 or I guess 13 to 17 mark. You know what? Sorry, 13 to maybe 18 mark, and it looks like it's fluctuating in between there. Definitely shows the ability to drop down even more. It looks like it's on a downward movement here. After seeing that larger increase, that might be a false break, maybe a little bit of a pump, and getting back on track to actually go downhill. So I would look for it to hit some of these points down here, $12, maybe you know, $9 or $8 or so. But I think it's going to continue on that train downhill before it ends up moving if you're looking for a swing trade. But yeah. I retired my clubs into a lake. All right, I live around the corner from Bay Hill. It's a ridiculous drive past it every day. That must be cool. It's raining here in Georgia. Perhaps other hedge funds are selling off, preparing for MOAS. Yeah, I mean that's possible, but you're not seeing a lot of movement. Typically, when you see hedge funds or institutions sell off to prepare for any type of thing like that, it's a lot larger of a decrease. Carlos, isn't that a song? I don't know what you're talking about. It's all about the greens. Yes, yes, it is. Now, Tara taking the boat up the river. Stops along the way. There's one course we're going to. It's beside the bee factory called Rolling Greens. Not sure about the rest. Oh, Carlos. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, I love to play golf courses, so let me know if there are any amazing golf courses that you know of. Because if I visit different states, I would love to play great golf courses. Maybe some that are hidden gems. I've been hearing that China owns AMC. You know anything about this, Matt? I've heard it once or twice, but that no, that's not a thing. I don't think it's a thing. I mean, everything is made in China, right? Seems like literally everything we get could be the bricks or the laminate. Everything's made in China, so technically China owns everything, and we owe them money. So if we owe them money, then they own our businesses, right? Let's see. Someone said audio coin. Audio coin has about 400. Is it 400 million? Yeah, 400 million circulating supply, which is pretty high. It is at $3.41. Did get to a high of about $4, which is not bad, but currently it's at that high. Can we see it go any higher? I don't know if we will see a run up from there, because as you start to see the total supply, factor into that, you start to see that what is it, 1 billion, 1 billion circulating supply. You start to look at where the price can go, and that can technically get to, let's say, $60 or $100 at max, and that's it. But it can go higher. It's just a point to where you want to see it break those levels. So right now you see this straight up movement from $1.60 all the way up to where it is now at $3.38, which is huge. Can you do an analysis on only Sorry. Everything is made in China. Yeah. Well, it's true. Everything is made in. There's a lot of things that are made in China. Um, so right now you're seeing this decrease. If we're looking at, I guess this is a year. We're looking at the day chart, and you could see the movement creating lower highs. Maybe some lower lows, creating after seeing that dip. That was a large increase, and then seeing that drop, seeing an increase, seeing that drop, seeing an increase, seeing that drop. It looks like this might have been more of a support level where it did decrease, and now actually seeing a double touch point down here at like $3 or so. So at this high point, it was at $9.47. You did see this double touch point creating a W formation. You might end up seeing that skyrocket. What you want to see is this break above this level. Now, right now, you would be catching it in the middle. It looks like this is not a false breakout, that you might end up just seeing a breakout. And it might be to a point to where it pulls back a little bit, but ultimately it's not going to pull back to this level. I think you will end up seeing this make a move up. So I don't really know what's the detail behind why this decreased over such a long period of time, but this was a huge drop right here. A huge drop all the way down to $4. So just keep an eye on it. I mean, you can make a move here and wait for that to skyrocket up, or it could be creating another lower high and lower low, right? So you have to look out for these things. And if it goes against you, don't be afraid to pull out of that position and wait for a better price. So anyway, the person activated the autopilot thing, crashed. NIO is down almost $10 since. So I'm worried about the person, since I don't have any positions in NIO. I'm worried about the person, but I guess the person is dead. So the family, how about that? Sorry for the chewing in the mic. Volume on AMC is 462,000 on Schwab. Yeah, it's still not that high, but you don't really need volume for this to run. Do you think Farm will hit 300s again soon? Yeah, I think it will hit 300s. It's just going to take a while. I hope that it actually pulls back so I can buy more, because I want to, like I said, I want to hold about 50. If I can hold 50, and if it can get to a low enough price to where I can buy 50 and not be upset with with how much I bought it for. Because either way, I know this is going to a crazy price, but I want to hold 50 so that when it gets to 100K, I now have $5 million, right? To where I'll pay half in taxes and make some moves with all the rest. I'll make some moves with everything and then pay my taxes when I pay my taxes, but still. So has had a similar situation this year. They've been investigated, but the latest crash, the driver was intoxicated. Oh, okay. All right, horrific situation. Something similar happened to someone else said this. Back in April, didn't horrible for the family, but I was just asking about the stock, since that's kind of what we do here. Yes, I know what you mean. I was just saying that, but I wasn't. I was just you know, I don't even know. Join me. I'm washing my feet for shaving until AMC squeezes. Okay. All right. Not gonna comment on that. Sounds like a good plan to me. I'm sure AMC is going to start off in in the red, but do you think it might take off midday? Yeah, I'm thinking the way that I'm seeing this, it looks like a lot of things are like grounds for reversal. Um, I'm I'm hoping we're going to see a positive day. Everything's in like the 1-2% range. Some things are positive, and I think we could see another positive day. It just doesn't look like we have a lot of volume, so that's the only thing that's making me think that we won't. We'll have to wait and see. My predictions are tapped out. This cough is getting me. Um, any updates on when you'll have your OnlyFans page up and running? Somewhere in between never and never. I don't think that's gonna happen. Based on your position in AMC, is going full time on YouTube possible after the squeeze? It depends how big the squeeze is. Yeah, I always like to fill um to fill my time with things. So yes, if it squeezes to a point to where I make $3 million, right? If I make 3 million from it, which is not a tall task or a big ask, it's not. Um, Obviously, it is a lot of money, but if I make $3 million from it, and that's before taxes. After taxes, that would be $1 million that I would be sitting on, and I could put into an index fund and live off of the interest easily. And then everything else that I trade with, I can continue to trade with, continue to do everything that I do, so that we can do YouTube full time, and have all my different channels that I have and actually produce everything on a schedule. You doing a live stream crypto today? I'll probably do something on the go if I am golfing today. I don't know. It's like saying that it's going to rain and thunderstorm everywhere. So I hope that's not the case. But I'm trying to do something. We'll see, because I have a tournament today, and I hope that we play that tournament because that tournament is fun. Um, yeah, Matt, how can I become a member? So in the description, there's a link. The first link in the description should help you become a member. And typically, I do a members only live stream. It's just been really great to have people come through. I mean, we only have 200 or 300 people that are showing up every day, and typically I'll do members only so that I can answer all of the questions. And that's what will happen as we start to um, as we start to grow a little bit more, as we start to get more and more people that join the live stream, then you drink while you golf sometimes. Not if it's in the morning, no. Most of the time I'm golfing in the morning, and people, I know this is kind of going off on a little bit of a rant after what I was talking about, but a couple of people I was playing with on vacation, I was golfing at 7 in the morning, and they were like, "Oh, you getting a beer?" I was like, "I can't golf without 4 or 5 beers in me," and I'm like, "It's 7:30. What are you talking about?" Like, I understand relaxing, but I can't do that early. I don't even eat breakfast. So if I don't eat breakfast, then obviously I'm eating a Pop Tart today. But if I'm not eating anything and I can't sit here and drink beer, then I have nothing in my stomach and I'm gonna have alcohol in my system. That's not working out. Um, but it depends. If I'm relaxing and it's like 5 o'clock type of thing, then yes. Beer 30 on vacation. 5 o'clock somewhere. once the squeeze, once we squeeze, I'll be able to buy the $2 membership. Well, I appreciate that. Like I said, I want to produce a lot more for all of the different things that I do. So when it comes to Carl's calls, I haven't done an update on that, which there is a choice or a decision that he's going to make this week. I have an update video that's supposed to be coming out on Patreon today. Going to have the swing trade of the week, something we can look at in detail. Also, crypto watch, ETF watch, all of those things that will be coming up, and my reaction video, the shorts videos, all of those things will be coming up soon. But I want to be able to produce content for all of these different channels that I have, and the issue is that kind of the 9 to 5 is sort of getting in the way, and I'll be able to do that full time. But yeah, I would say the squeeze would definitely give me that room to do it full time. Just because the way that I spend money and the way that our family spends money, it's just not obtainable. You never done eggs and kegs in college? No, I haven't. Squeezes, I'll pay for the membership for a year. I wish he could comment. I wish I could comment what I'm thinking, but it's a bit too overboard. So right now, AMC is down 1%. We got about 10 minutes left of the stream. I appreciate you guys for being here. Anybody watching on Twitch, I appreciate you being here as well. I've done legs and eggs a few times. I don't know what that means. Is that like a workout? You eat eggs and you work out legs? I gotta work out legs today. Why did I think you said T'Challa, but you said tequila? I don't think you spelled that right. At least I don't know. Maybe you did. I'm horrible at spelling, so. Of course you don't. Wait, why wouldn't I? What what am I supposed to know about that? Thoughts on crypto for the day. Right now, crypto, half crypto is up. Doge is down to 32 cents. XLM is down to 37 cents. ETC is down to 70 cents or $70. Ooh. ADA is down to $2.08. It was summer of 08. It was terrible. You're married. You wouldn't know about legs and eggs. I still don't get it. Pre-market is huge, a massive cup and handle, baby. Yeah, I hear you. If Doge hits 30, I might have to load up. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pull back. So I just got the money cleared in my bank, so I put it all into Coinbase Pro, and now I'm looking for that to move back down to the level that I was at, and I don't know if it will, so that I can buy more or buy into it to look for that push up to about 50 cents or so. Yeah, this is just the beginning for crypto, where we are seeing this. Bitcoin, a lot of things are, starting to push or pull down slightly. You see Ethereum that's up 2%, which is definitely a good thing. XRP is down 6%, 6.4%. So things are starting to pull back today after seeing a little bit of I think an increase yesterday. And we're hoping that we could see some bigger positive moves the next day. I don't think it's going to be the most positive day for crypto through the night, probably, but not during the day. That's why I love crypto. It's like 24/7. You could talk about it. Why do a lot of people don't believe in 500K share price? It's because it's an insane price. It's something that you don't see often, but it's definitely something that can happen. If you just take a random stock and everybody decided to buy it, a 500K share price is definitely possible. You know what I mean? Because it creates demand for the next shares that are sold. People will buy a higher and higher price because of the fact that they're holding 100% of the stock. Do you know what I mean? So it's something that you can do. What? Breakfast at a strip club, Matt? Still don't know what that means. Oh, okay. I got it. I was trying to think about it, but yes, I got it. But yeah, what was I saying? AMC is, I don't know, I've ever said a few times. AMC, I think, can easily get to 100, 500K. Not easily. It just depends. Oof. It depends what people do, because people are the reason why this is going to go to higher and higher prices. People holding. Now, when people start to sell everything, which you'll see a lot of people that see $1 million, $2 million in their account, and they're like, I'm done, and they're going to sell. And if you do that, then that's where you start to see other people start to sell. You see larger holders sell, and now that same person may have had $30 million in their account. If you learned anything from DFV, is that he sells a portion of his, pulls out 17 million or so, and then is still putting more money into GME, into AMC, into all of these other positions because he can. You know what I mean? I don't know if he made any money off of AMC, but he definitely should have put money into AMC. I'm hilarious. I don't think I'm hilarious. Somebody else is. Breakfast at the strip club is called legs and eggs. Gotta spell it out for you. I got it. I got it. I understand now. You do have to spell it out for me because I had no idea what the hell that was. But thank you for the super chat, Spark Cruz. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot. You ever come to LA? There's a $3 steaks and dames and games. Okay. Heard. All right, so hopefully we get to a good, yes, super chat hype. I'm apparently number one. That's what it says. Nobody can take that back because I'm number one now. So whether you say I'm not or I am, this super chat says or super sticker says I'm number one. You hear anything from old Dave Portnoy? Don't sell too soon. Not financial advice. Yeah. He's ridiculous. I like his pizza reviews, but he's ridiculous. I have a strong feeling we'll quite a few super chats in here post squeeze. Yeah, I would imagine. I hope that's the case. I mean, I always appreciate super chats. But I also appreciate you guys just being here. I mean, just talking to you is great. Having conversations is great. Before all of this, I never even thought about doing live streams. I mean, people asked me, hey, when are you going to do a live? And I was just like, I really don't have anything to talk about, right? Because people will do lives and they'll just sit there and talk to their subscribers. And I can talk, but I am a person that's introvert. So I don't really have much to talk about. I'm becoming more and more extrovert as I go to the golf courses myself and get partnered up with people. I'm forced to, create conversations and keep conversations going and all that stuff. And it usually works out. But I don't know, I can just feel it, that I'm very introvert. But anyways, I'm going to end just 2 minutes early because I need to go up there and see why that baby's crying. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Make sure you check out some of my links in the description. Whether it's getting a credit card or anything like that, I have referral links. I also have other channels down there and all different types of stuff. My social medias, definitely follow me on Twitter, on other YouTube channels, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. But I'm going to get out of here and I will